Ha! What's going on? YouTubes. OG's Nitro RC's here, coming at you from the Nitro Corner. Yep, episode 110. Got the head cam on, guys, for a minute. I don't know, I might leave it on, I might not. I know it gets a little crazy, but I'm shaking my head around or whatever, but I don't know if I feel like mucking with the camera tonight or not. I might just leave it on my head like this. We got to pull this rear end off, take this, this is the LX2 that exploded. You guys watched the runaway happen. But anyway, we got to do some surgery. We need to get the back rear end off. It's just a lot simpler to take the rear end off, to take the shock tower off, to put the new shock tower on with the wing mount, and then fasten it back down. It's just easier to remove it because the two screws for the wing or for the shock tower are right back here behind the cooling head. You can't get to them through the cooling head, so it's easier to just take the rear end off. It's just 6 little screws. So we might get into that. Because my OCD is having a problem, folks, as you can imagine. I have diffs and diff cases, broken ones, and center diffs, and I don't even know what this is. What is this? Is this a front shock tower? Yeah, this is a front shock tower. And I'm hoping I can find the right ones. I believe they went to the bottom ones. Yes, the bottoms, okay. So I know where they mount up at. And that's the front, and there's our bell crank and sway bars. One of them's broken. That one right there is broken, so got to put a new one on there. And yeah, it's just been a mess, guys. It's just been a mess. And I don't even know if we can replace this or not with the one that's broken. This one's broken too. Oh no. Huh. That might be a problem when we get to it. But yeah, we got a lot going on, guys, because look who's back. Yes, some of you might know this, some of you might not. New subscribers might know this, new subscribers might not. But if you notice, it looks just like that one, and that one, and that one. This is VOODOO Child. There's another VOODOO Child that I just acquired Saturday. That thing is in better shape than mine when I first got mine. Same 28 engine in it. Everything. OG all the way. That is a complete running badass buggy that I've had my eye on for I've probably been watching that thing for 4 months. And the guy finally came down to a price that was okay with me. Probably a little high to most guys, but it was okay to me because it is complete. It came with old school bump start, handheld bump start wheel. A lot of you guys have never seen nothing like that before. This is back before bump boxes when we had those bad boys. But yeah, it came with a couple of goodies, and the car's complete, and it is tight and right. It's got all kinds of stupid compression. So that right there is just extra goodness hanging out. This, on the other hand, is what I traded off a while back along with my boy here, and I regretted it ever since. This is my electric. This is my electric VOODOO Child. Look at that bad Rosca right there. 4S. Big 4S fuse engine in it. 1800 kV. Yep. This sucker right here will move. This is the electric version of the VOODOO Child. So now I have 3 of them. 2 Nitros. And I got my electric boy back. I put all these plugs on. I did all this myself. These are my batteries. This is my baby. And when I traded it off, I instantly regretted it. And wasn't happy. But I had a chance to get it back. So he is back. He is back. And along with him, we also got back the Big Savage. And a lot of you people that are new to the channel, thank you very much. My new subscribers, love and appreciate each and every one of you. But this is the only XL HPI Savage that I ever built. Probably the only one I'll ever build, because not really a fan of them. They're a little longer, big deal, so what. But I built this for one reason. I named it the Beast because of this right here. This is an OG, brand new out of the box Force 32 engine that came all the way from Australia. I found it in Australia. So that's been stuck in here, and we have the break-in numbers on this wrote down in the break-in Bible that is out in the truck. And this thing isn't even, I don't even think it's had needles turned on it yet. it might have had one cycle done to it. I might have leaned the needles out a half a turn or a quarter turn or something, but it's still in the break-in period too. So that's crazy. So we got this back, and we got back my electric Voodoo child, which I wanted back from the time I got rid of it. So that's happy, happy days, as they say right there. And with the second Nitro Voodoo child, we can go back to fixing the one that we blew up at the lot. Because we need to get him tuned back up. I went back through, I tore apart the center diff. Tore it apart. Took the gearing out of it, took it apart, redid the O-ring in it, and stuck 10,000. I think that's all because that's all I have. I just have 10K. So I stuck 10K in here. I would have liked 7 or 5 even, because I also had to put 10K in the front. And this thing is, I don't know what it is, but after I crashed it, it acted like it wouldn't drive the front wheels. And I don't know why, because the center diff is fine. The center diff works just like it's supposed to. So, and the front diff works just like it's supposed to, which is right here. Yeah, this is the front diff I took apart and repacked with the 10,000 weight. So that runs like it's supposed to. This is the new front diff that came out of the parts buggy, because not only do I have 2 Nitros with a complete e-buggy, I also have another complete chassis with radio box, servos, servo trays, tank, everything. That's where these parts right here came from. They came from the donor down below. So everything is right here. I've been kind of overwhelmed with this for a couple of days, trying to figure out what all is wrong with it so I can go back over it completely and do it right. And that's what we're trying to do right now. So I'm going to Miranda around, take this rear shock tower off, and get the rear end off, get the shock tower off, get all that back on, get the rear end back on, get the front end back on, and get all that established, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Get all that right down to the nitty gritty. And then we're going to start putting stuff back together. But 7 minutes in, I didn't want to make a really long one for you guys. Another one tonight. You just got done watching the last 2 that were 40 something minutes long. The resurrection of paintball and the Kyosho. Me putting the Kyosho back together with the upgraded parts, and that was done right and done tight. So that's ready to go back out, just right along with paintball. Paintball's over here sitting on the floor behind me. He's ready to go too. So we're going to tear this apart and dibble-dabble around with this for a little bit and see what we can or cannot get done tonight. Plain and simple. I don't want to keep you guys here all night. And I was just going to hang out, and I don't even know where the other tip's at. What the hell happened to all my tips? Need to take my time putting this back together, because I still need to find out what it's not doing. Well, that works in there, but this here's a 2.5. What happened to my 2.5? It's not up here, is it, guys? All right, hold on for a second. I'll bring you guys right back. Wait, here it is. Caught it through the frame. All right. Ugh. Yeah, because we blew this sucker up, fellas. Yes, we did. Okay. Drop him over here on the floor. No, you're not it. You're the 2. Boom, boom, boom. And there that is, minus the chassis brace that's holding everything together, which, oops, what the hell? Yep, we're going to get him back together and get him all goody-goodied back. Get him back on the ground. Get the voodoo child number 2 up there, down and ran, so we can see how good he is. He appears to be in just as good a condition as this one, because the motor is extremely tight. Yeah, I said motor, we ain't having that fight tonight. But everything on that bad boy seems to be locked and loaded too. Remember I said, you guys can get to something, clean it off. You might not see it again for quite a while. You never know. You never know. All right. So now we're going to set him over here to the side. I see Nitro Pup found me. Didn't take long. All right. And there's those. We might as well just leave those in there. It's a lot easier. Leave those in there. Let me see here. They shouldn't have been threaded through there. They should just walk through there, and I think they do. So that is that. Let me see here. And you went through what? The second one in the back, the middle one in the back. We're going to mark that bad boy so we know. Yep. Mark that bad rascal so we know. Where did the nut go? Okay. Keep these together so we don't lose those. Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty, boys and girls. The small stuff. The small stuff. The middle one on that one too. We don't need to mark that one because it's already marked on the other side. So we can leave him alone. And not that one. These are not it. They're just screwed into the actual bulkhead. I don't think this is the right size, is it? Yes, it is. Nice. And there's that. What am I missing? Running these all the way out is what we're missing. Yep. Just like that. Now we have our standoffs. washer, shock, and standoff, which we will need because we don't have them on that one over there. So we'll take this side off too. I have the other standoffs in the spare parts box over here behind me, but if I can get away with using these, I'll just use these to make it much more simple. There's that. Now this guy's good to go, so I'm going to set him over here for uno momento. There's the dog bones. Dog bones will go with it. That's not the broken one. The broken one goes to the front. So where are we at here? They're in the top hole, so we'll mark the top hole. "16 minutes in." All right, guys. All right, guys. Oops. Get the shock tower all dressed up, nice and pretty. And then we will take it off the good rear end and put it back on the old rear end next to us that we just set over here. Just like that, and it goes in the top one. So we'll just stick that in there. Okay. Oh, that's not going to work. That's the right one. It's the right one either. That one is. No, that one's not either. What the hell? Where'd it? Now that one. That's what I thought. Just had some dirt on it the first time. Ever notice there's something in the way that it can be, it will be? It's just the law, boys. It's just the law. Okay, there's one. There's two. There's two. So the shock, the standoffs are in there, right? Right. Yes, they are. So we're done with this one. This old busted up janky one, except, yeah, right? So this one goes right back into this rear end as soon as we take these screws out. Take these out because these are still attached to the wing mount for now. Then put them back into the wing mount when we get it mounted on the new rear end. Just like that. New rear end. Old rear end. Bada boom, bada bang, guys. Bada boom, bada bang. Because I have two different style of shock towers, so I'm sitting here looking at this going, I know I don't need to use the modified ones on this, because I have other shock towers over here in the box next to me too that go with this, possibly. But they're chrome, they're fancy looking, they're not as thick. I don't even know why the hell anybody would want to use them for, honestly. We don't want to, that's for damn sure. Okay, there's that. Don't over tighten because you're only going into plastic, going back into the nuts. And this wing's already got a hairline crack in it, which I noticed right here earlier. So that's not cool. Oh, is that a standoff bushing? I hope not. What I think it is. All right. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Right there. I neutered it. I neutered it. Just like that. Yep, just like that. We're going to be able to get these dog bones back in here with that in there like that? That's my question. Which we should be able to. Yes, we are. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Figured we better damn sure verify that before we get putting too much of it together. Have to take it all back apart. That'd piss off the Pope. That goes up in there in that top one. So that's gonna ride right there like that. Cool. So that was the bushing for that one, and that bushing is still inside that one, so we didn't lose that one. That's a winner. Washer, nylon nut, wrench. Okay. Shock, bushing, washer, nylon nut. Oh yeah, boys and girls. And yeah, I know OG's not talking. He's not saying nothing, is he? You know why? Because we're 23 minutes in and we got a long ways to go, boys and girls. We got a long ways to go. So I'm trying to keep this short for y'all. I really am. I swear I am. So I'm trying to concentrate. Can you smell the smoke? Wrong size, wrong size. It's always the wrong size. That's when you got to get like the Brett. You got to be like the Brett and have like 18 different Uggas. Different size drivers in each one. That's how he doesn't worry about that. He just reaches up and grabs the right size one and goes about his business. Oh look, dog bones. They should all be the same. Oh, that one's not. That one's a little shorter. These are though. So I'm thinking that's a front and a rear and a rear and a front. I'm hoping. There's another one right here. What size are you, bro? You're short. You're the right length. And you're short. So you are two long ones, which I'm guessing you are the front and rear. I hope. The front and the rear. How they all got mixed up in here, I have no idea. Honestly, I don't. But we can also look at this and go, well, that's definitely not going to work. And that's definitely not going to work either. So yeah, these must be the front and rear dry shafts. And these must be the dog bones for the rear end. If not, well, I guess we got problems, don't we, boys? Okay, now we need this and this. Those are going in there next. Extras. And we mark marked that shock tower, the one shock tower, didn't we, guys? Yeah, they go the second one in the middle. That one is the one they go in. So those are awful heavy. Let me check this out for a minute, guys. These are awful heavy. 437, 443, 440. What does that mean? Blinking for battery dying? Better not be, so much is brand new. 448. 448. No, they're the same size. This one of them feels heavy. Long and short. I'm going to go on a whim and say that the long ones go for the front and the rear drive shafts. That's what you get, Rob, for not looking, for not paying attention, because these are different. Yes, they are. And I'm not going through that box and digging those out right now at the moment. We ain't about all that life. If you guys can't see, I apologize right now. This is going to drive me crazy till I know. I guess so. That's all I'll say is I guess so. I guess so, I guess so, I guess so. So, dog bone up in there. Yeah, see, it doesn't sit up in there very much, guys. But there ain't that much of a difference, in all honesty. Look at that. See that? I don't know, fellas. This is kind of weird. This is kind of weird. That seems to be a little bit better. So maybe it was the long ones and these are the dry shafts. Front and rear dry shafts. They could be. They could be. So anywho, these have to come off. Now these go in. And well, what do we want to do? We'll put the nuts in the back. Yeah, we'll put the nuts in the back. You guys are probably thinking, OG, you're fricking up, OG, you're fricking up. You know what? You could be right. But you know what? I don't care. Because when it comes down to me using the wrong ones, I have two sets of the right ones. So that's how we'll get our jam on, is doing it that way. Yippee. That's how we'll do that. So boom and boom. And why didn't I have this already taken apart before I did all that booming? Oh, fellas, it's been a long weekend. Long weekend, let me tell you. There we go. Snowing today. Again, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I got the blinds open over there. And it's just a blowing. It was blowing and raining and doing everything earlier, and snowing and freezing. And it's like, man, come on now. Alright, there's that. Boom, boom. Well, that kind of goes that way. And that one goes that way. And right there, it's on the edge. So it means those would have been a little bit too short. And the other ones would have been, yep, the other ones would have been a frog hair too short. So there's our new wing and our new back end. Yay, we're happy about that. Okay. So the old wing bone goes on right there like that. We'll put that on a little bit. For right now, we need to get this out of the way, get that out of the way, get that out of the way, get that out of the way. Get all these over here. These are extras, I think. That goes to our chassis brace. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. These hold the rear end onto the chassis, which is right here. So, that like that. Wind's blowing pretty good if it's got my lights blinking. Yes, it does. It's got my lights blinking good. Alright, where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Got some fishing going on in the background because nobody has any RC stuff going on right now, which is crazy. Alright. Now let's check this out. Nice and easy like. I never noticed that bumper piece is off here. That's supposed to be on there. Oh, why am I wheezing? You hear that shit, guys? It's not like I'm over here dying. Well, of course, got to change sizes again because, you know, you got 6 screws that got to come out of there, 6 bolts. You know, God forbid if you made them all 6 the same size. You couldn't have that. No. That just makes sense. That would just make sense. Boom. Rear end is in. Now, run this sucker back through here for the chassis brace. And for that, we will go back to this. 34 minutes in, boys and girls. You guys might have got to see me just put the rear end on. And I'll bring you back when I do the front end, and then I'll bring you back when I do the center diff, and we button it all back up. Because 35 minutes in is long enough. Because I have to put the front end back together, because the front end is what we broke. We broke the bulkhead. Yep, we sure the hell did, right there. And of course, most of the newer buggies are 2 pieces, so you can replace these outer ones when they do break, because your pins go through here and you will break these. So of course, this being a 2012, which is what, 13-year-old design, it's all one solid piece. So when you snap that ear off, the casing is worthless. But we have another casing, which is no problem right there. But we have to put it all together. We have to build the whole front end, then put it back into the buggy. So with all that being said, I'm going to let you guys go at the 35-minute mark, and I'm going to tally this up, clean this up a little bit, get the parts around that I need, and bring you guys back for part 2 This will be part 1. Part 2 of, I don't know, Resurrection Voodoo Child, we're going to call this. All right? If you guys would do me a favor, though, and smash that thumbs up button, don't worry, OG's fine. I'm just really trying to focus on getting this done and keep you guys in somewhat of a decent time limit. Trust me. Appreciate, love, and respect each and every one of you. That'll never, never change. When I bring you guys back, don't worry, I'm going to switch it over to the camera mount, which is right here next to me, and I will get you guys off this jerky head movement thing, all right? So, hit that like button for me, please, guys. Get it all. Thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Hit that bell for the notifications so you guys know when OG is online here in episode, what I say, episode 110 we're on right now? Yes, 110. Episode 110. 110 from the Nitro Corner. So, ring that bell so you get the notifications, guys, when OG's online in the corner, fixing shit, talking shit, getting shit done like we always do when we're here. Thumbs up for liking the video, if you would, please. I'd greatly appreciate it. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. And something new, folks, something new. Might want to consider becoming a channel member. I have the options up on my channel. You guys can look at them, and we're working out the bugs and the kinks and trying to, decide what the perks are and all that kind of stuff like that. But, you can be the beginning, you can be a Nitro pup, peeps, you can be the OG crew. Your options, whatever you want to do, I'd greatly appreciate that too. And I want to give a quick shout out. I was going to do this in the beginning of the video, but I figured I'd wait till the end, 37 minutes in, so make it quick shout out to Michelle, my bestie, for being of course the first channel member, and for Miss JJ. Yep, Miss JJ's Adventure, for becoming my second channel member. Love you, JJ. Oh, girl, you mean the world to me and Michelle both. And thank you very much for supporting the channel. I greatly appreciate it. And the big one for my brother Chino. Chino, for the $19 or $20, whatever it was, channel gift, I guess they called it, or whatever. I'm still waiting to see it come through the channel to get added to my revenue or whatever. We're still trying to figure all that stuff out and everything else. But brother, hey, man, I greatly appreciate you, Bob. I greatly appreciate you. Love you for it, man. You and Mrs. Chino, for all the support you give, not only my channel, but the other channels that are out there too, because I see it all the time. So, yeah, brother, you rock, man. You rock. I'm humbled by it, and I greatly appreciate it. You guys are getting me off to a bang here with the channel being monetized now. And like I said, it's not about the money. It's about doing this stuff and getting this stuff out here and to guys that are learning it and want to see it and understand it a little bit better. And don't forget, we do the electric stuff too. So it's all part of the plan. It's all part of the channel, and this is what we do here in OG's Nitro RCs. So all that being said, love, appreciate, respect each and every one of you guys. Sincerely do. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Consider becoming a channel member if you'd like to. Give me a thumbs up for this video, please. Hit that bell for notifications so you know when OG's in the corner, getting shit done, talking shit, taking shits, whatever. We didn't even crack the hugs open on this one, guys. That tells you how serious I am about getting this done. So at 39 minutes in, I've read my mouth long enough. I would bring you guys back for part 2 for Resurrection Voodoo Child. All right? Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.